Another day, another live drawing. Oh man, that's pretty bad. Well, yeah. So yesterday I actually did this drawing that you see here. Um, I don't know. It's something. It's quite different to what I normally do. Normally I don't. I'm not this polished. I think this is also on the edge of being a little bit overdone. But it was definitely really fun to do, and I think it's something that I need to do every once in a while, just to kind of yeah, to do something different and not get not just be a one trick pony. And it's really good to kind of explore different methods and different styles and different techniques. Don't just do live drawing, also do a bit of sculpting and a bit of oil painting, and yeah. Well, okay, enough said. I'm gonna be doing some live drawing this morning. I'm gonna be using Croquis Cafe, like I always do. It's this time I'm gonna be using session number 340. So you can go in on Croquis Cafe's YouTube homepage and follow along if you want to. Also make sure to support them. It's a really great resource for artists, so I highly recommend them. So, but first I'm gonna make a new canvas here. So let me do a 4K actually. So the background color, maybe I do it white for a change. Normally I always put some kind of color on it, but yeah, I think it's good to not just do what you always do, like I just said, in so many ways. Right, let me also just check. Yeah, it looks alright. Okay, let's let me just also check my layers. I think we are starting with 1 minute. Oh, color maybe. And new layer. Okay, so I think I'm ready to start. Just gonna start playing this. Drink some coffee. Alright, so I know you probably cannot see it that well, but she got some kind of coat on. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think like I said, even though you are into drawing, it's really good to keep challenging yourself and like check out the other disciplines. It's always bleeds over a little bit, like drawing bleeds over into painting, and you kind of can learn a lot from trying to looking, using your eyes and your way of expressing yourself in different ways. Okay, so she got some kind of weird coat thing, which actually makes it really hard, I find. So here her legs is basically covered up from this stage here. So I can mainly see her upper body. So, like I said, challenge yourself with different ways of seeing and different ways of expressing yourself, different techniques. So I'm very much thinking about trying to maybe mimic another artist. Just for like a week, trying to see if it's even possible and what I can learn from that. So if you got any ideas to any artist, I can try and see if I can mimic their styles. I'm thinking about maybe somebody like Glenn Vilpu could maybe be fun. One of the Lifedrawing masters out there. It could also be one of the old Disney artists, like Frank Thomas or Will Carroll. Now, I can never get as good as they are, but I can try and see how they are kind of, yeah, I don't know, how they're using the lines. So I know Glenn Vilpu is very much about drawing in the shapes, so you would divide it up and have these round thingies around everywhere, which is really good for construction and really good for people just really fast seeing how the shape is formed, if that makes sense. This is a really nice pose. Might have overdone it a little bit. That's alright. Right. So I'm actually supposed to do clay sculpting tonight. So it's kind of starting up a new class, running for 10 weeks. So I've been joining it before. It's really nice class, and I highly recommend anybody who likes to draw to try out sculpting as well. It's quite different. There's some things a bit easier, like you don't have to worry about perspective and that kind of gibbery, like shading and tones and line, all that stuff. Oh, let me just pause it a little bit. But then there's also a lot of other things where where you cannot really cheat as much as you do in drawing. It's definitely something different, but it's really fun, super challenging. Yeah, I think it makes your drawing better. I think the more you understand the shape and anatomy, it's always a really good help. Okay, I'm gonna be starting on the 2 minutes now. Oh, god damn it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. 2 minutes. I'm gonna start with the stomach. I don't know. It really changes quite a lot from pose to pose. I think in this case, for this particular pose, I think I don't really know why. I think that's it's just a place that kind of captured my eye, like the most interesting part of the pose, and something I want to build the rest of the pose on. But with that said, a lot of times the first few drawings that you make, they won't be wrong, but they might not correspond to the rest of the lines that you make, if that makes sense. So a lot of time, if there's like something nice, a nice bag or something, nice shapes, I might wait with them till I have like done most of the drawing, just to make sure that they kind of fit in proportionally, because that's always something that you will find, is that you kind of maybe start a little bit small and then you just start drawing bigger and bigger. Oh, I think I need to scale this down. Fit it. I think my time is up. So a really nice pose. Okay, next one here, lying. They're not my favorite. I'm not gonna be lying. Oh man. Jeez. Here I started with the legs. I don't know. I don't really know. It's tricky. Beach ball here. If I should put on color, I don't really have time for color. Should also really work on my line work. I'm not the best at like having really good line control and making an interesting line. I suppose this down here should be a lot fatter and darker than the rest. maybe when I find a artist I want to copy, I can copy somebody who got really good line work. So I think Glenn Vilpo is more anatomy. Oh, let me just have a sip of coffee. Okay, let me start again.
Wait a minute.
So yeah, but that's also interesting. Is it okay to copy another artist to kind of try and learn how they see by trying to do what they do?
You know they're out there, don't they?
I think it's a really good way of learning. You're always gonna be influenced by stuff you see, and you should always be looking at art and kind of, yeah, I don't know, if you just get stuck in your own way, it's not really the best either. It's good to explore a little bit. And what better way is there to actually see stuff than to actually do it while you have a pencil in your hand, and it's just a really good way of. And I don't think it's, even though I just called it stealing, I don't think it's necessarily is. I mean, of course, if you try and pull it off and say like, yeah, this is all me. But if you pay a little bit back to the artist, saying like, giving them the credit for it, make sure to I think it's absolutely fine. I mean, that's part of it. Like, if you see like the Egyptians with their papyrus drawings, and kind of, or the Greeks, how they were drawing, it's kind of like a style that so the Chinese, if you look at the old Chinese paintings, then you see the Renaissance, which kind of built on all that stuff, and and you see what people are drawing today with the digital paintings, and it feels like a evolution of art. Like, people see what each other are doing and kind of build up, take like I don't think Michelangelo was probably a lot better artist than a lot of the people that you can't see today, but he was just never exposed to it. He was earlier on the evolutionary ladder, and that's not it's not a bad thing. Like, Michelangelo is like amazing artist. But it could be fun to see what his art station would look like if he was around today. This one didn't go amazingly. So now it's the 5 minutes. Let me go in and change the time. Alright, I'm back. So I might actually make this a little bit a longer drawing. I haven't really decided yet. Sometimes I take the 5 minutes and just pause it in the end. Sometimes I make a new drawing. But I kind of like to not only do the short one, kind of end up with doing something a little bit longer. Even though it's, I don't know, it can be hard sometimes. It's easy to kind of get impatient. Short ones can be really fun to just keep whipping them out with speed. With long ones, it's a little bit more a commitment. And with the short ones, if one goes wrong, you just kind of pull yourself together and do the next one. And the long ones, it can be a little bit more kind of need to sit and look at all your mistakes for 5 minutes. Or try and fix them, but sometimes it's just, you might as well just start a new one. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I think I like the short one best, is what I'm trying to say in so many words. But I think it's super important to do the long ones as well. And I think if you are of the other, you prefer the long ones, I think it's really important that you also do a lot of short ones. And never be afraid of making ugly drawings. I think ugly drawings are probably the most important for growing as an artist. But also make sure to make nice drawings. So give yourself the freedom to do what you are good at. So, for instance, I used to draw with these pens, like brush pens, and I would just do a quick quick mock-up of the drawing, and then afterwards I would go in with like a ball pen. And oh, that was my 5 minutes. I might just pause this a little bit, even though it's kind of proportionately off. Maybe I fixed that. So yeah, so like I said, I would mark up the drawing really fast, figure out where all the proportions were, and how it fitted on the paper, and just basically, yeah, I don't know. Then go in with a ball pen afterwards and do a nice outline on the drawing, and it would look really nice. It was really safe. I would get a nice result every time. It never goes completely bad when I do that technique. I'm kind of confident. I've done it a million times before. It's and I think it's important to not get stuck in that. To kind of don't just do that all the time. If you find something where you're really good at it, just kind of develop it up to a certain point, and then. But with that said, also you should also keep doing it. So you don't completely neglect it, and it's also it's good to make nice drawings every once in a while to kind of convince yourself that you are not terrible. Oh. So I've been looking a little bit at this artist called Ian McCaig, is that his name? He worked on Star Wars quite a lot. He's really good with characters. There's also another artist called, actually kind of the same but spelled very differently. Ian McCaig, I think his name is, which is an English artist who's really good at like sci-fi and more environments. He's actually working on the game that I'm also working on at the moment. That might be a secret, but it's out there. Yeah, but this Star Wars artist, he's a really good like character artist. He got an amazing line work. He normally just draws with pen. It's kind of a little bit messy, so I'm a little bit inspired about what he is doing. I think this drawing might take a little bit. maybe I just find some of his artwork real fast. Let's see. Got so many tabs open here. Yeah, so he does stuff like might not be, yeah, something like sure you can see this. He does stuff like this here. Got like really amazing line work. It's super inspiring to see. It's really good with just drawing the human face. I don't know, I think that's probably his strongest. Got so much characters. This is interesting. Oh man, someday. Oh, that's quite small. Yeah, look at this, how messy it is, and kind of, but it's very anatomical, kind of drawing in. Oh man, yeah. So that's super inspiring. So I'm not quite there yet, but yeah. So stuff like that is super inspiring, and I think it's really important that you keep looking at different artists and you're not just be like the Egyptians and just stick to the hieroglyphs or kind of, yeah, but keep evolving. Stand on the shoulders of other artists. Oh man, that didn't make it much sense. Okay. I think also this is kind of, yeah, maybe I should yeah, I think I'm gonna stop this one here. Could probably keep going, but yeah, I think this is fine for now. Maybe I put in some context shadows here. All right. Well, But thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm gonna be hopefully doing some more live drawing tomorrow morning, probably around the same time, so around 8 o'clock, I would say. Yeah, so I would love to see you again. You are always welcome to stop by, and please write in the comment section if what kind of artists you like and who is inspiring you. I would love to kind of ping pong a little bit. So with all that said, have a lovely Tuesday, and I hope to see you again some other time. Okay, bye.